Welcome to the Mountain Home Historical Tour. Mountain Home is the crossroads of the West. Mountains, desert, history, and the future are the heart of this high desert community. Rich in unique canyon lands and pristine wilderness, there is a boundless playground for lovers of the outdoors. The surrounding landscapes, carved with geological wonders, invite you to indulge yourself in some of the natural treasures of the Gem State. Rattlesnake Station was the original site of Mountain Home, located 7 miles northeast of town on Highway 20. You can still see the ruins of the old Jackson schoolhouse. When the railroad was built in 1883, Mountain Home moved to its present location. Now, over the next few minutes, I'd like to show you some of the historic places around town and give you a little glimpse into Mountain Home's past. Star number 1, Carnegie Library. The Mountain Home Historical Museum is one of the most important historic buildings in Idaho. It was originally the Carnegie Library, built in 1908 with a grant from Andrew Carnegie. The museum is on the National Registry of Historic Places, and the construction of the building cost $6,000 and took only 4 months. It was later restored with a grant from the Idaho Heritage Trust. The museum is filled with historical artifacts, documents, and relics, as well as generations of public records and journals. Come learn about the Native American period, the mining and logging era, and the agricultural industry that has shaped this county. It continues to be a main hub for the community today with its downstairs meeting space. The museum is open from 10 to 4, Tuesday through Friday. Admission is free. Please proceed to star number 2. Press pause until you get there. Star number 2, Elmore County Courthouse. The Elmore County Courthouse was built in 1916, roughly 20 years after the county seat was moved from Rocky Bar to Mountain Home. Originally, the sheriff's office and the jail were housed in the basement. Construction cost $35,000 for the 18,360 square foot building. It is believed the sandstone came from the quarry behind the old penitentiary in Boise. The building is still an active courthouse, but no longer houses the jail. Now, proceed to star number 3. Press pause until you get there. Star number 3, Catholic Church. Welcome to Our Lady of Good Counsel Church. This land was originally purchased in 1888 by a reverend from Boise, who then deeded it to the Roman Catholic Church in 1897. The original Our Lady of Good Counsel Church was built in 1903. Since then, there have been 3 different churches built in this same spot. It's time for star number 4. Press pause until you get there. Star number 4, St. James Episcopal Church. The St. James Episcopal Church is the oldest church in Mountain Home. It was originally built in 1895, but burned down only 3 years later. It was then rebuilt in 1900. It is believed to be one of the oldest brick churches in the state and is listed in the National Foundation Registry. The St. James Episcopal Church was recently restored with a grant from the Idaho Heritage Fund. Now go to star number 5. I bet you know you should press pause until you get there. Star number 5, Citizens Bank. This is where the Citizens Bank used to be. The Citizens Bank was built in 1895 and is one of Mountain Home's oldest buildings. It was here that bank robbers notoriously cut a hole in the roof, climbed down into the bank, and used explosives to break open the vault doors. They did get away, but not with much. The explosives destroyed most of the money. There is a split opinion about the bank robbery, as many of the locals felt the money was stolen before the vault was blown up. The mystery remains unsolved. Time for star number 6. Press pause until you get there. Star number 6, Caboose. A beloved relic of the railroading industry. The caboose population peaked in the late 1920s, railroading's golden era, with more than 25,000 in use. Sadly, in 1980, a combination of labor laws and advancing train operation technology made the caboose unnecessary and doomed it to become part of history. Now proceed to star number 7. Press pause until you get there. Star number 7, Montgomery Blunk. The Montgomery Blunk buildings were built around the turn of the century. They started out as an outfit store, selling everything from underwear to dynamite. It also was a grade center for the cattle and sheep industry. It was well known throughout the region as a central service point. It had a complete canvas shop that made every type of canvas equipment for the sheep wagons, from tops to bedrolls. Buyers came to Mountain Home from all over the world to bid on the wool, and this, along with other warehouses, were the largest wool buying and shipping center in the country. The Masons and the Oddfellows held their meetings in the upstairs rooms, and the First National Bank occupied the front footage of one of the buildings.
Please proceed to star number 8. I'm sure I don't have to tell you to press pause until you get there.
Star number 8, Benicia Hotel.
Few hotels in southwest Idaho have as colorful a history as the Benicia Hotel, built in 1910.
For years, this was the place where sheep herders spent their winters. Mr. Benicia built the Mountain Home Hotel in 1910. The hotel was considered a showplace of the county. People often took a day trip from other communities just to have a meal at the hotel. This building still stands in almost its original condition, having basically been occupied continually since its grand opening.
When you come visit the Benicia Hotel building, make sure to get a free cookie and ask them for a tour.
We're almost done. Star number 9 is next. Press pause until you get there.
Star number 9, behind Benicia Hotel and the Old Basque Boarding House.
This used to be the location of the Old Basque Boarding House before it burned down in the 1970s. It's now the Basque Park, and it's where they hold the annual Basque Picnic.
The long-remembered Basque Boarding House was a long, 2-story frame building. It was often where a man would meet a girl who would become his wife, where the big table was loaded with old country food and good red wine, where stories were told and music made on long winter evenings. This Basque boarding house was an important building in the history and culture of Elmore County and Owyhee counties, but also much of southern Idaho as well. Many families can trace their roots back through this location. This handball court has become the centerpiece to a renaissance in local Basque culture.
This unique structure was built from native lava and was cut and hand-laid by old country craftsmen.
Through local funding and restoration efforts, together with grants from the Idaho Heritage Trust, it looks almost exactly like it did when it was built. Visit www.walkinghistorytours.com for additional tours.
Awkward Entertainment, LLC. Expect the unexpected.
Visit Scenic Idaho.